So for this continuation, we're going to add a score to the quiz. And we're going to be creating a variable. So the easiest way to explain variables are things that can change. So the weather is variable, it changes, it can be hot, it can be cold. We're able to create variables where the computer will store information and it will always know what is being stored for us. So imagine a box that the computer has and it's storing things inside that box, and at any time the computer knows what's in that box and we can check. So back to the previous quiz, we had 4. 4 was stored in the box, that was our variable, and it was checking to see if the answer was 4. For my second question, it was checking if it was 20. So we're going to set up now a variable to keep score. In the top left hand corner, where our control blocks are, you'll see that there is actually a variables box, and we can make a variable from scratch. And you're going to give it a name. I'm going to call mine score, but you can name it whatever you like, just make sure it's relevant to what you are doing. So I'm going to say variable name score, leave the option for all sprites, even though we only have the one, and press OK. What you'll notice is you can tick and untick score, and what that does is it hides the score, or hides whatever you've created, the variable, from the stage. Even if you hide it, the variable will still be running in the background. So if you set your variable up and you create command blocks for it in the middle, even if you hide it, it will still be running. It just means you won't be able to see it if you untick it. Look at the blocks we can use. We can set a score, so imagine that as a starting score. We can change the score, and we can show and hide the variables at different points. So what we want to do is we want to set that there's going to be a score of 0 when we start the quiz, and every time we get something correct, we're going to get a point for it. So I'm going to drag in my set score block underneath my when green flag is clicked, and I'm going to have it as set score to 0. So when the green flag is clicked, score starts at 0. Ask what is 2 plus 2 and wait. If the answer equals 4, say correct and change score to 1. If I had more than one variable and I clicked the drop down box, I would be able to select those different variables. So I could have 2 people on the stage getting 2 different scores. I'm then going to say if say correct here, I'm going to change score by 1 again. So now when I run it, welcome to my quiz. What is 2 plus 2? 4. Correct. And my score goes up to 1. What is 10 plus 10? 2. Incorrect. My score stays the same. So I'm actually setting up scores here. What I want you to do now is I want you to actually have it so for the second question, if you get the question incorrect, I want you to minus 1 from the score. So I want the score to go back to 0. So once again, pause the video. I want you to play around with it for a little bit, see if you can figure out how to take a point away if you get the answer wrong. When you press play on the video again, I'll have the correct answer in there for you. Okay, so to add the score, to minus the score, simply choose your change score again. Underneath say incorrect, and I'm going to say change score by, if I can get in there, by minus 1. So if answer equals 20, say correct, change score by 1, so it'll add 1. Say incorrect for 2 seconds, change score by minus 1. So when I run my code, welcome to my quiz, 4 is correct, I get 1, 2 is incorrect, and it goes back to 0. So there we have adding score and minusing scores. What we're going to do in the last video for the maths quiz is we're going to have a background added in, and we're going to set it up that if you get a question right, the background of the actual stage will change. So that will be on the next video.